All right, then this time I will call to order the Enhanced Enterprise Zone for the City of St. Louis for its regularly scheduled meeting held on Tuesday, March 26, 2024 via Zoom. May we have a roll call, please?
Chair Anderson, not present. Commissioner Koenig?
Present.
Commissioner Snow?
Present.
Commissioner Spencer?
Present.
Commissioner Jones? Not present. And Vice Chair McBride?
Present.
You have a quorum, you have 3, 4, okay. You have a quorum present with 4 present and 2 absent.
Very good. At this time, we'll take up approval of minutes from a meeting held on October 25, 2022. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Snokes, second by Commissioner Spencer. May I have a roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Snow?
Yes.
Commissioner Koenig?
Aye.
Commissioner Spencer?
Aye.
And Vice Chair McBride?
Aye.
Motion passes without voting yes.
Thank you. We'll take up resolution 24 EEZB 77 relating to tax abatement for Arbolope Community LLC.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. This application we received some time ago, but with some things we had to get ironed out with support from different community members and Board of Aldermen, we are presenting this month to you. This is a small business that wanted to stay in the city. They recently purchased Folsom 4136 through 4132 through 4136 Folsom. They currently have 8 employees. After the renovation of these 2 buildings, they're investing a little over $500,000 into these 2 buildings. They'll hopefully hire 2 more, at least 2 more employees full-time in the next 5 years. With EZ, tax abatement is based on job creation. We have Andrew Knopp who scored the project. We usually don't score projects under $1 million, but with EZ, we've has created a kind of a new policy to score projects applying for the EZ abatement. So we have Andrew Knopp to speak on the community scorecard and Jake Nerup to speak on the financial scorecard.
Very good. Then do we have any representatives from the community?
No, sir.
Okay. Then Andrew, would you walk us through your piece of it, please?
All right. So we get to this total score of 34 points. So tier 1 eligible for 10 years of abatement at 80% up to. So biggest category, it's located in Economic Justice Index area 3, so 10 points for that. As described, we have 2 FTE, so some job creation, 5 points. Jobs are well paying, so this does get the quality jobs points. It's historic preservation of a building of buildings built from 1913 to 1932, 5 points for that. MWB Enterprise, 5 points for that. It's located within a quarter mile of a bus stop. So some transit points are awarded, and then the lowest level of points possible for the capital investment category, just 1 point for being under our first threshold. So historic preservation, good jobs are being created. We're supporting an MWBE and some level of transit access. Questions I'd be happy to answer.
Yeah, what you said the jobs are well paying. Could you give a little more context to that, please?
Yeah, so they pay 75 on average, or approximately.
And what
which
kind
is
of
above.
business? Go ahead.
Yeah, which is above our what we consider to be livable wage threshold.
And what kind of business is am I saying Arbelope? Is that how you pronounce it? Do we know?
I'm actually not sure. Zach, do you know?
Jake, correct me if I'm wrong, it's some type of landscaping
It's
piece?
a landscape architecture firm,
Thank you.
as well as kind of a complementary, I think, artist kind of studio space.
Okay. All right. Any questions for Andrew on the community benefit scorecard?
Andrew, just one quick question. Were both these vacant buildings before? I remember driving past the one that used to be a bar. I know that was vacant. But I know, and also I know you don't score every one of these categories. So I'm just wondering what the current condition.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I had this wrong too, but at some point one of them was occupied partially and the other wasn't. I don't know if that's changed. I guess in theory that would give it more points if that was the case, if I was wrong about that.
I don't know if you just, once you get a certain point, I don't know if you score the rest of those anyway, but that would.
Yeah, well, I would just to properly account for the community benefits, but in this case I'm pretty sure there's partial occupancy.
Okay.
And so are there two buildings that are being purchased or one? What's going on here?
Yeah, there's two buildings. It's the old Star Saloon and Cafe, and then the Tool Company.
And one firm's are they occupying both buildings? Or are they going to be made to adjoin, or are they going to be?
There's like a courtyard. There's a courtyard between the two, so they're going to use both spaces. But I think the upstairs of the one building's maybe a studio or apartment of some sort.
Okay.
But the first floor will be office space on both buildings.
Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Well then, Jake, if you could walk us through the next piece of it.
Sure. So it's kind of a small project, so we have kind of small numbers. Combined, the two parcels have base property taxes of a little under $2,000. 4132 has a tax bill of $430, and 4136 has a tax bill of about $1,460. So total they're at $1,890 for base. We're projecting taxes during the abatement period of about $6,800, and the taxes about $27,000 after the abatement period ends. We've modeled the real estate program as being kind of pretty modest rent office. I think the total square footage of the buildings is about 6,500 square feet. So we modeled about 5,000 square feet as being kind of income generating or potentially income generating. Total project costs are $550,000 for construction and soft costs, and $450,000 for acquisition. So that translates to hard costs of $533,000, which would be minority-owned enterprise impacts of $128,000 and women-owned enterprise impacts of $59,000. Total fiscal benefit to the city over 10 years is about $32,000, increasing to about $100,000 over 20 years. And the fiscal benefit to the schools of $41,000 over 10 years, increasing to $199,000 over 20. We did generate a developer's rate of return, although it's well below kind of market medians. Incentivized rate of return about 4.4%. So this is not really a real estate deal from a developer's point of view. This is just kind of an owner occupant occupying the space.
Very good. And Jake, refresh my memory. If the only way for the LCRA or SLDC can require MWBE participation is through this incentive process, correct?
Correct. Without the tax abatement, they would not have to meet any of those MWBE hiring guidelines or prevailing wage, I believe, as well.
Very good. Any questions for Jake on the financial impact report?
Jake, I got just one on just the performance. Did they consider the federal and the state historic preservation tax credits? I think this is in the Liggett Myers Historic District?
That was not indicated to us. The sources of funds were pretty straightforward, just debt and equity. But yeah, I'm not sure if, I don't know, if the costs of the project weren't sufficient to justify pursuing those or not. But that would be a question for the developer.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Jay? Hearing none, at this time I'd entertain a motion to approve Resolution 24 EEZB 77.
So moved, Spencer?
I second.
Properly moved and seconded. Too close for me to call, but properly moved and seconded. May we have a roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Snow,
Aye.
Commissioner Koenig,
Aye.
Commissioner Spencer,
Aye.
and Vice Chair McBride.
Aye.
Motion passes without voting yes.
Thank you. Do we have anything in open agenda?
No, we do not.
All right, hearing none, then I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. We are adjourned. Thank you, Mr. Snoke, for your time.
All right. Thanks all. Good to see you again.
Take care.
Absolutely. Great to see you.
Bye.